we are headed out to do our last field of corn for the year. So, got the combine, Uncle Ronnie in the grain buggy, and Keith is in the dump truck. We got 9 acres up the road, and we're going to get it done. It's election day. It's beautiful out. We're gonna finish corn before there's salt on the roads. It's amazing. Well, we're getting started. So what you didn't see was when I got to the field there was a tree across, and the only thing I have with me is a machete. So anyway, use that and got the crap moved out of the way, and we got in the field. This is the first pass on the headland, so I got some short rows that don't get a lot of sun, but it's actually a little bit better than I would have thought along the edge here. This side of the field, this is the west side of the field, so it gets afternoon shade a lot. Corn's tall. The ears don't look as big as they would to match the height of the plants, but let's see how it's going. We're gonna get into better corn. I'll hop out and do a check on the combine and see how it's cleaning it. This field over here, that's Delaney's sweet corn. They grow sweet corn right there, and yeah, I guess that's all I got to say about that. But they grow that. They're one of the bigger sweet corn suppliers for our area. Everybody loves it. So I'm gonna do a power shutdown. Not quite the way the book says to do it, but I'm just gonna right now. I'm gonna stop. So I just shut off the separator. So, gonna hop out and see how it's threshing. Take a look on the shaker pan. No corn there. I like to look at the downhill side of the machine. It's rather level here, but I'll look down here on the ground and look for corn that was spilling out. I don't see any. Straw walkers in here. So that looks good. Really clean, actually. Looking for cobs to be broken up too much. You'd like to see cobs left whole, but yet no corn on them. We had most of the cobs were still whole. They're all really clean. The corn's dry. It's threshing easily. You want to get going at your speed you're gonna cut at, and the corn that's most average for the field, and check it like that. That way you get a good idea how it's threshing the material. And then I'll show you my election day shirt I'm wearing today. That'll get some people worked up. So we're gonna get back at it. Look at that lone deer sitting down there all by itself. It's a nice looking deer though. He's just sitting They're waiting for me to tell a corny joke. This is an odd shaped field, so I got some short rows here at the end. So I'm just working on getting rid of those while the buggy left to go fill up the dump truck out at the road, and while the dump truck's going to unload, I can get these short rows done. Slow down there. There we go. And instead of doing the long rows and then being full and waiting, get the little stuff out of the way. Our neighbors over here, the Delaney's, I never saw them have dried up sweet corn in the field like that. They had a tough year. We had a microburst come through. I don't call it a tornado, but it was pretty much. It wiped out a lot of their corn. It wiped out about 30 acres of soybeans we had, just gone. There's no remnants of them whatsoever. Amazing.
They're all fit. The world tell you good. We're gonna get this hauled back. It'll be great.
reverse it and clean it out. And the belt, I think the belt was slipping a little. So I think I got a little oil leak on the gearbox. Looks like I'm low. She's a little warm. So I'm gonna put some gear oil in it so we can get this wheel. Because when you run old shit, you have to carry everything with you for times like this. Even my gear oil container is leaking. So I think I need to just slow down a little bit, get this field done. Still thirsty. It's good corn here. Best we've done.
Seen anything this far in a long time. Took the seed?
Yeah, it's a 97-day corn. I was gonna chop it for feeding the cows, but the price of things, I couldn't get myself to do it. It costs so much to grow it, you know what I mean? I just on the final pass of the 2022 corn harvest. The soybeans are done for the year and finishing corn. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful thing. I gotta admit that part of the reason we're done is because our yields aren't what they should be. It's such a dry year this year. So it didn't have as much corn to handle. And that definitely sped things up. But nevertheless, it's nice to be done. Nice to be on the last pass. A little bit of work to do on the combine before next year. This is the time to make a list of all those things, because between now and then I'll forget. I wish I had a shop where I could work on this all winter. Hopefully that's one of our next projects. All of our other corn we grew this year was a 92-day variety, and this field here is a 97-day. And if we knew knew every year was going to be like this, with this many hot days and growing degree days. We would grow corn with this longer day maturity. It dried down nice for us. It's yielding good. But on normal years, we can't get away with, in this part of the world anyway, we can't get away with growing this long of a day corn. We'd be dealing with high moisture temperature, or high moisture. And what we are dealing with is the last one I did was 17.1. Well, that was the only one. I did a test on the first load that we did, and it was 17.1 out of this field today. All the other corn we were doing this year has been about 17 and a half. And we put it in the bin and just blowing air on it with the stirrators going, fan running. It only took a couple days, and we sent a load out yesterday, and Matt called me, the trucker, he called me this morning. He said, hey, you never believe it, that corn was 15.7 moisture. I got that dry without any propane. But we're spoiled this year when it comes to that, but we're not spoiled on the yields. But definitely, I've said it before, I'm a broken record, but it's definitely nice to be done. Not because it's been overwhelming or anything, but we've had a rather trouble-free harvest, and we're getting done before the roads are shitty. So there we have it, all done. Pretty cool. So I think the next video we'll do will be on the grain dryer and how that works, and basically how we handle grain, and because there's many different ways to do it. So we'll show you the way we dry it and how we store it. So again, thanks for watching.
Get out of here. Tuckerhead.
You know what this is? I found it in the field.
No idea.
No idea? I like
Probably last.